Ryan Garcia is known since he was a kid that he was special, and everybody around him knows that he's special.
We started at age 7. He wanted to achieve these goals where he could beat up a championship boxer like Luke Campbell, who was a gold medalist, and that's a kid's dream.
You're never gonna be at your best, ever, but you're always striving to get there. Right now, Ryan, he's at that stage where he's climbing the ladder and he's almost there to the top.
He could have taken lots of other fights, made millions of dollars with lesser opponents, and people would come out to see him. But he feels that he's the best. You have to fight the best and prove it.
I was willing to put myself on the line for the sport to get the respect that I feel I deserve. So I did everything I could to make it happen, and I didn't take no for an answer.
This is a mega fight. The 2 best fighters in their division. This is what you do when you believe in yourself. This is what you do when you've worked your whole life for something.
I think this fight is the biggest fight of our era, maybe it's fight of the decade, just because of the magnitude. We never get to see the best against the best. We never get to see 2 undefeated. Usually we see mismatches, and I could tell you who's going to win. Because every fighter likes to calculate, I don't want to lose my hope. They're willing to risk it all.
With just days to go, Ryan Garcia's final camp looks like a precise, intense lab coat, calculated and focused for the Barrios fight.
What's up, guys? We're here at TNT facility with my strength and conditioning coach, Cipriano, also known as Sip, also known as Uncle. I could keep going all day, but today I'm gonna go in with you guys through my strength and conditioning workout. You're gonna see what helps me with my speed and my power. Obviously, God gifted. Thank the Lord all day long for my power and speed. So fast, use it for good, but then when I fight, I just knock somebody out. But Sip helped strengthen it, got sharpened the tools. So you're gonna see how I do it today. Let's get it.
Today's our cardio day, baby. So the stuff that we're doing today is not traditional, right? We're gonna be moving fast. We got 10 rounds, we got 30 seconds, simulating a 3-minute round with a minute break in between. Y'all better stop playing and get ready. All right, so here we go. Our first workout on this 10 rounds. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get down low, we're gonna explode, right? Which is gonna work that serratus muscle. So when Ryan takes his shot, everything is coming through here, and it's all the big boxer muscle.
There it is.
That's what we do.
Damn, only halfway. You already did 100 of them. There you go. Come on. Let's go, nephew. Get it.
Watching the footage, the camp is completely silent, just a sharp, metallic rhythm of punches. It's like MIT level precision, with Ryan Garcia screaming, "I will win this fight no matter what." That line isn't showmanship, it's pure focus and fine-tuning.
Our 5th workout, once again, a low impact on the body. So now we're going fast.
Keep hitting them halfway.
We're doing it quick. Once again, get that heart rate up.
There we go.
Good. Get them moving. Stay on point.
Great.
Come on, baby. 10 seconds. Come on. Got this. Come on. No working like you. Let's get this, baby. 5 seconds. Push that. Come on.
There we go. Look at that. Woo!
When he says, "Yeah, I was drinking, partying, full of toxins," it's not the usual fighter excuse. It's a raw, on-camera self-check of brutal honesty that leaves no room for excuses.
I mean, the circumstances are much different, after that year of suspension, it was much different circumstances. I was coming off of suspension, and during that suspension, I was drinking and partying and doing whatever I want for all the way through until they told me that I had to fight. My instincts told me not to. My body wasn't well, it had a lot of toxins in it, as you can imagine. A lot of stupid that I did. But when you have a lot of people in your ear and people are telling you you can make $5 million, it's an easy fight, and but internally that it's not the right decision, and I didn't trust my heart and didn't trust my instincts, and I paid the price for it.
I'm watching and thinking, wait, this is the same guy people label unfocused? Now, he admits he knew the Rolly fight was a mistake. Every day in camp, his body felt off, instincts warning him it wasn't right, and now he's methodically cutting out those mistakes, like a surgeon removing old ghosts.
Next workout here, a little bit modified reverse crunch. All right, we're gonna come up. Really focusing on getting that core, getting them abs way down in the spine.
There it is. Going.
Like I said, one of the biggest things for us is keeping his abs on point, keeping his core on point.
Woo, look at that.
Most importantly, having that stability that he needs for them legs and torso working together.
Come on. Good.
If this focused, lab-forged Ryan Garcia steps into the ring, it's no longer a show, it becomes a surgical mission. No flashy headlines, just a fighter and the pure science of impact. This is serious. And if you're placing bets, bet on precision, not personality. And that quiet, lab-like intensity in Ryan Garcia's camp makes Barrios' energy feel completely different. One side is shouting intention into the air, while the other is silently honing execution. When Barrios says he's tired of camp and just wants to show the work he and Joe put in, you hear a fighter who's moved past motivational speeches now, running on disciplined routine, which is far more dangerous than hype or emotion.
You know, with all that experience, you know, that's when I'm taking it into this fight. You know, I've been in there, like I said, you know, with Tank, who's very explosive, very quick. With Pacquiao, very awkward, like someone one of a kind. Thurman, who's a great movement, you know, a big puncher. So yeah, you know, I'm looking to just use everything that has got me to this point.
Then he casually explains he's bringing in Joe Goosen to focus on the fundamentals that got him to this point. The subtext is clear, not reinvention, but refinement. That's a scary adjustment when you're already a tough, experienced welterweight. When Barrios says he wants to stay uncomfortable to keep growing, it's clear he's building a mindset that directly clashes with a fighter like Ryan Garcia, who thrives on rhythm and momentum. He even admits that Ryan's unpredictability is what makes him dangerous, and that's not fear. It's calculated, cold respect.
You know, he has said it himself, right? You never know what you're gonna get from him. I also think, you know, that's what makes him, you know, a very dangerous opponent. And, you know, I'm not taking this fight lightly, you know, regardless of everything, you know, I might see on social media, you know, everything people might tag me in. This is definitely a fight for both of us, you know, where, yeah, man, like I can't and I don't want, you know, another loss. And, you know, it's the same for him, you know, so there is a lot riding on this. It's not something that I don't think he's taking lightly.
But the line that really sticks is when Barrios says he wants to make Ryan Garcia uncomfortable and see how badly he wants in the ring. That's not trash talk, it's a strategic mission statement. Pressure, presence, size, and patience all packed into one sentence. I also love how he downplays the antics, calling them funny and irrelevant. It shows he's not fighting persona, he's focusing on the man. When he talked about showcasing ring IQ and experience in a title defense, that's pure champion psychology controlling the fight, not chasing moments. At the same time, he openly says he expects the best version of Ryan, which is the most disciplined mindset a fighter can have. No underestimation, no distractions, just task-focused precision. A quiet fighter with loud intentions together. That's dangerous chemistry.
I'm not sure, but, you know, like I said, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna just like just test him in every way that I can. You know, whether it's pressure, whether it's just that presence, and then just, you know, just letting him know you're like that. Like it's not gonna be the way that he thinks it is.
And that quiet, calculated champion mindset from Barrios. It's even more interesting when Robert Garcia steps in and basically calls Ryan Garcia a walking question mark. And I won't lie, the line about not knowing which Ryan will show up hits like a psychological uppercut. Robert isn't dismissing Ryan's talent at all. He says that if Ryan has a great camp, preparation, and shape, he could knock Barrios out. That elite level respect wrapped in cautious skepticism. Then Robert flips it, pointing out how Ryan can be sensational one night and off the next. And that inconsistency is exactly why this fight feels volatile, exciting, and unpredictable rather than something you can just chalk up to a sure thing.
Ryan is one of those kids that we don't know. If he comes out and has that great training camp and in great preparation, is in great shape, he could go out and win by knockout, but we don't know.
One version of Ryan Garcia is a highlight reel. The other is a rhythm disruptor's nightmare. When Robert Garcia questions the trainer's shuffle and the return to his dad, it's not gossip, that's a seasoned coach analyzing structure and accountability. He even drops a subtle line. Is he calling the shots now? Suddenly the camp dynamic becomes part of the fight story, not just the punches. At the same time, he admits he's rooting for Ryan because of his star power and potential to become boxing's next face, a fascinating mix of critique and support colliding in real time.
That's in short, you know, there's fights where he can look sensational, but next fight he doesn't. And that just happened with Haney, and then the next fight against Rollis didn't look too good. So So we don't know what we're going to see with Ryan. I hope to, I like Ryan. He's a great dude, Southern California, great kid.
Then the real chess move comes into play Joe Goosen with Gervonta Barrios. Robert points out that this could favor Barrios because Goosen knows Ryan inside out of detail fans often miss while fixating on highlight reels. Yet he keeps returning to the same explosive truth. If Ryan lands clean, fight can change in an instant. But if Barrios drags it into the later rounds and fights smart, so-called wild card suddenly feels the pressure. Unpredictability versus experience. This isn't a simple matchup, it's controlled chaos waiting for the right trigger.
I was working with Goosen, and that could favor Barrios a lot because Goosen knows Ryan. So it's interesting. If Ryan lands, he's so fast and so strong that if he lands, he's going to hurt him and finish him and become champion and all the love for him and credit for him. But if he doesn't and if Barrios fights smart, Goosen knows, takes it to the later round, Ryan might be in trouble. It's going to be an interesting fight. Interesting.
And that wild card Ryan label Robert Garcia hinted, it gets even sharper when Greg Hackett steps in, basically saying, I don't know if I can trust Ryan Garcia. It's not framed as Haiti, it's framed like a risk assessment. I'm thinking, this isn't about doubting talent. It's about questioning reliability, which is far more dangerous in a championship fight. Hackett points to the Raleigh fight, saying Ryan showed self-doubt. Suddenly, the debate isn't about speed or power, it's about mindset stability under pressure. Then he pivots and keeps it fair, noting Barrios can be inconsistent 2 moments where he should press and doesn't box and doesn't fight and doesn't. That's the quiet paradox of this matchup. Both fighters have explosive tools, but mental consistency will define who truly controls the fight.
Seeing Ryan in the ring with somebody his height, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're looking at a real boxing match. Could he overwhelm Barrios? Yeah, but where is he mentally? Ryan Garcia has been spending time with YouTubers and streamers like that. He ain't really been training. So what type of Ryan are we getting? I mean, are we going to get the front runner Ryan who go in there and try his best for 2-3 rounds and then for the rest of the fight? Or is we going to get a focused Ryan that's really trying to go in there and do damage?
One fighter is unpredictable emotionally, the other tactically. Still, Hackett keeps circling back to conditioning, composure, and consistency, giving Gervonta Barrios the edge on staying in shape and keeping his cool matching the calm, champion energy we've seen all camp. When he predicted decision win for Barrios, but admits a Ryan Garcia knockout wouldn't surprise him. That's pure contradiction energy. You can't fully trust Ryan, but you can't ignore his explosiveness either. Hackett also highlights the too much going on, factor lifestyle noise, distractions, chaos. Whether you agree or not, that story keeps coming up from multiple voices. It shows the boxing world isn't worried about Ryan's skills as much as which version shows up on fight night. And that's the real tension. It's not about who's more talented, it's about who's mentally stable when it counts.
I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think the height plays a major part. I think the jab of Barrios plays a major part if he apply that jab. But Ryan got to show more than the left hook. At the same time, Ryan can punch. Barrios, if he turned on, then he looked good, like he did against the Cuban boy. I forgot his name, but that was a great night for him. You know what I mean? So we can get that Barrios, or we can get the Barrios that.
When you step back and look at the fight from a bigger perspective, it stops being just height versus champion. It becomes a battle of discipline versus certainty under pressure. On one side, there's Rihanna Man who has rebuilt himself from the ground up. He openly admits his past mistakes, leaves no room for excuses, and has reshaped his body, mind, and identity. He's like a fighter who faced defeat, accepted it, and chose to reconstruct himself completely, rather than just patching over the old flaws. On the other side, there's Barrios, the composed champion. He doesn't get distracted by noise, doesn't react to personas, and stays calm under pressure. He's preparing quietly, ready to challenge heart, comfort, and composure not in a single moment, but across every round. Then you have Robert Garcia calling Ryan a wild card, Hackett raising questions about trust and stability. Suddenly, the story sharpens into one clear point. Talent is no longer questioned. Consistency is. If the focused, lab-forged Ryan shows up on fight night, this isn't just a fight, it's a precise, calculated takeover where speed meets purpose, and every move has intent.
Having to be with 3 of the top trainers and not being able to train with neither of them, and now going back to his dad, I don't know, there's questions there, is that going to work? Is he doing it because he doesn't want to work harder? He wants to call the shots and his dad's going to do whatever he wants? We don't know. I don't know. If it was his dad, he would stay with him his whole career and never hired anybody else. Maybe when he hired Eddie or Goosen or Derek James, maybe it's because he knew his dad wasn't capable.
But if even a bit of Ryan's old inconsistency shows up, Barrios' size, structure, patience, and championship-level composure start turning into a growing problem, one that only becomes more dangerous with every round. This fight isn't just about skills. It's a test of mindset. Who can stay steady when the pressure is real? That's why the tension feels so intense, even days before the bell rings. What's your take? Drop a comment, and let's really break it down.